Morning, everybody. John Ponick with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is your daily dose for Thursday, July 8th, Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Good morning, all of our viewers out here. This is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. Tri-State Radiology Center's experienced MRI and X-ray technologists use specialized equipment to create images of patients to help doctors diagnose and treat illnesses or disease. They're proud to provide high-quality services to their patients, so call them today at 928-460-7226. And remember, at the Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right, it is Thirsty Thursday. We got a lot to get to, but let's talk about CoView.
Let's do it.
Let's show some pictures of CoView.
Okay.
You show some pictures, I'll talk about CoView. How about that? Deal?
I'll go with that. That sounds
All right.
good to me.
CoView is open Tuesday through Saturday from noon until 8 o'clock or later. They offer a wide selection of unique menu items, including smoked brisket tacos and sandwiches. They have several burger and salad choices using freshly made beef patties. They have mimosas, your favorite beers, and, of course, those loaded Bloody Marys.
They're coming up. Everyone,
I went a little fast this morning.
you really booked right through that.
Blew
Really
right
good. That's a
through
good
it.
job.
Well, I was so
Good
proud
job.
of myself for not forgetting their sponsor.
There they are right there.
Morning,
Okay.
Pam. Go Bucks. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Brenda.
There's your Bloody Marys right there on the screen for you, John.
All right. Yeah, they're looking good. Looking good. Remember, if you mention you saw them on the Daily Dose, you'll get 10% off of your meal. So, pretty nice deal there. So, go and check them out. Do it early today, though, because it's going to get hot. Laughlin Love. Lots of love coming out of Laughlin. All right, we got a pile of stuff to get through today, so let's start with the Colorado River Union High School Board refuses to raise levy. I'm just going to give you the facts on this and not my opinion. So here's what happened. Last night, 2 weeks ago, they voted to increase property tax levy, which the school board has the ability to do. A couple of years ago, it was at 2.228. Last year, they lowered it to 1.9. So what that is that's the rate based on $100,000. So they lowered it from $2.22 down to $1.90. They 2 weeks ago had approved raising it back up to 1.98, so not to where it was a couple of years ago, but try and raise some rate a little bit to deal with their budget. Last night they decided against that. It was 3-1. Artie Loxman voted to leave the rate increase in. Dr. Cardone, Carrie Faring, and Ashley Garrich all decided that they would cut the rate or leave the rate at its previous level of 1.9. This while they already have an expected deficit of $600,000 for the upcoming school year. So, those are the facts.
Okay.
Draw from it what you may. I know that let's just leave it there.
That's a good idea.
Safety concerns sink proposed billboard. This is leftovers from the city council meeting 2 days ago. One of the items that was on the agenda was a proposed LED sign at the corner of Baseline and Highway 95, that little funky triangle there by Steve Ergen's law office. Lamar Advertising wanted to put a LED billboard up there, kind of a triangle shaped right on that curve, and they decided that they were going to it was going to be a safety problem. So city council never even addressed it. They didn't vote on it. There wasn't a motion to approve it. So we have a story here on why different members of the city council, including the mayor, decided to not approve it. One thing they said is that they were concerned about the city's risk on it if somebody's looking at that billboard and ends up crashing. Garn Emery, the city attorney, said that he had addressed that with planning and zoning, and they didn't feel that there was an additional risk. Planning and zoning approved it, recommended approval of it, and sent it to the city council. City council said, not going to happen. Heat warning extended till Monday. It's just going to be hot, But the gist of the story is that keep hydrating, stay out of the sun as much as possible. The Sunlink Community Center will be open from 11 o'clock till 8 p.m. today through Sunday. The heat warning has been extended through Monday. The National Weather Service out of Las Vegas, earlier in the week it was a heat advisory. Yesterday they upgraded it to a heat warning and extended it through Monday. So they assume it's going to be in the 120 to 123, 124, something like that.
How'd we get into weather already?
Lead story, one of our front page
I'm
stories.
kidding.
Ridiculously hot. So.
Yes.
We got an update on the holiday weekend keeps agencies busy. Jeff's got a picture of the brush fire that happened down along the river where the rockets over the river started. So we got updates from the Bullhead City Fire. They had 189 calls for service between July 1st and Monday, including 141 medical calls, 3 heat-related incidents. Three heat's not bad.
That's not bad at
pretty
all
low.
for how hot it's been.
We also had from the Bullhead City Police Department 11 motor vehicle accidents, 6 watercraft accidents, including the fatal boat crash that we talked about yesterday. The dispatch center, the 911 dispatch center, which handles calls for police, fire, and ambulance, received 1,097 calls from Friday through Monday.
Now, they were busy.
They were busy. And remember, we did a story, I spent a shift with them. They were busy on a regular day. And then you add in the 4th of July weekend and all the stuff going on there. Anita Mortensen, spokesperson for the Mojave County Sheriff's Office, said the Sheriff's Division of Boating Safety conducted 271 boater contacts at Lake Havasu and the adjacent river. Only resulted in 8 citations, but
They were busy scolding people, that's for sure.
yes. All right, let's go to our breaking news.
Okay,
huh?
breaking news. Let's do
Today's
it.
breaking news brought to you by New Image Primary Care, now scheduling appointments within 7 days. Call them today for an appointment at 928-299-2588. All right, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with we're starting with Mr. Hill.
Yeah,
So
that's where we started.
this is Brock Hill, 27, from Dolan Springs. He is the guy that was charged with the 2 counts of aggravated assault. He had a bunch of charges against him. They ended up convicting him of negligent homicide in the death of 2 13-year-old girls. This is the guy back in July of last year, hit the ATV with 3 girls on it. 2 of them were killed, and there was a 19-year-old who suffered severe injuries. He was drinking. He was speeding. They conceded all that, but the defense attorney said, yeah, but the victims also played part in this because they had 3 people on a quad meant for 1. They didn't have any taillights or reflectors. They were going slow in a 55 mile an hour area, and they also were not wearing helmets. He was, as part of the original plea deal, he was going to get 25 years. If he was found guilty of murder, he would have got up to 75 years. With this plea deal, he faces 16 to 44 years in prison when sentenced August 10th. So, not good.
Another bad guy.
Speaking of bad guys,
Oh.
Villa Hernandez. Villa was arrested yesterday on suspicion of aggravated assault, misconduct with a weapon during commission of a drug offense, dangerous drugs for sale, narcotic drugs for sale, possession of dangerous drugs, possession of narcotic drugs, disorderly conduct with a weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Phew.
Yeah, this isn't good. So 1 o'clock on June 29th, police were dispatched to the 900 block of Sea Spray Drive because they had said there was a man there who had gone out in his in the backyard. They found 2 shell casings out there, but they did not find Mr. Hernandez. They did their investigation. They found out he was a person of interest. They served a search warrant on his house yesterday morning at 6:40 a.m. In the 1400 block of Church Drive here in Bullhead City. While they were there trying to gather evidence, they found, you You ready?
Yeah, go ahead with the list.
3/4 pound of methamphetamine, 7 grams of cocaine, more than 400 acetaminophen hydrocodone pills, 3 ecstasy pills, 9 grams of an undetermined powdered substance, and paraphernalia items that included digital scales and baggies for packaging. So,
Doesn't sound like he was ready to go for a legitimate job.
I don't
Interview
doesn't,
or
doesn't
anything
sound
like
like
that?
you. It doesn't
No.
sound like it. So he in the shooting, nobody was injured or anything. It was apparently just showing off or warning shots or something. So, but he's got real big problems now.
Big time.
We have, yeah, right. Holy moly. All right, so we know that we've got, you shot some, also part of
Yeah.
our breaking news.
We'll
there
show
was an
that video
accident
right now, yep.
last night.
Yep.
People are already talking about the burros. Can you tell us what you've got going on there?
Sure. Well, last night, 3 burros, actually 2 burros were killed, 1 baby and one that wasn't born yet. So 3 total burros were killed in this accident. It was 1 vehicle versus the burros. 1 passenger and 1 driver were not hurt in the accident, luckily. So that's a good thing. Other than that, the burros were killed. So.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit yesterday. If you saw our interview with Councilman Steve D'Amico, one of his projects, should he get to the legislature, is first of all, he's trying to get ADOT to take over the parkway, is one of the things that he wants to do. But he also wants to get lights up on there. So we'll see what happens there. Just if you're traveling there, especially at dusk or dawn, you need to really pay attention to
The road.
Well, to the side of the road for
To the sides
for
of the road, yeah.
burros wandering out there. It's
True.
It's a dangerous situation for sure. Those people, those are pretty heavy animals.
Yes.
So they could have caused a lot more grief than that.
Definitely.
All right, so moving on. Bullhead City School District Board to hold budget hearing on $18 million plan today. So the Bullhead City School District Board, used to be called the Elementary School District Board, they're going to have a public hearing on the proposed budget today. The budget hearing starts at 5:45. The regular meeting is scheduled to begin at 6 o'clock. That's at 1004 Hancock Road. The district office is there. I think that it'll be kind of a formal thing. It sounds like they don't. There hasn't been too many problems with their budget, anyway, that we've heard. All right. We do have Jim Luxick has his movie review in here today on The Purge, The Forever Purge. This is the 3rd or 4th, 5th. Man, I'm way behind on my Purge movies. This is the 5th installment of the Purge series. Read through his review here. It sounds like he enjoyed it. It's kind of an interesting concept, so we'll see. But check it out. It's pretty good. And then we have this Anderson is going to be having a chamber mixer on July 22nd, Anderson Ford here in Bullhead City. They're also going to be doing their bingo night that night. So proceeds from that is to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of the Colorado River. We also have Matt Curtis. You might want to give Matt Curtis a call. He keeps writing these interviews, these little columns on their employees.
Not a
too
bad writer, huh?
Not too bad, Matt, if you're out there. So go and check that out. All right, sports.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got Jim also wrote a kind of an introductory piece here on Lady Dust Devils senior volleyball player Mackenzie Parrott. So the first picture we have here is on the left there. That's seniors Fiona Wheatcroft, and then that's Mackenzie on the right, Mackenzie Parrott. She's also a senior. She is I looked up how to pronounce this before we got on the air, and now too many things have gone through my head. I think it's pronounced libero. She is a libero on the River Valley girls volleyball team. She also plays sand volleyball. But there's some quotes in here from her coach, Gary Morrow, talking about how much of a leader she is and the things that she brings to the team. She also is a member of the National Honor Society. She's a secretary of River Valley Student Council, and she is the secretary of the Interact Club, which is a service. It's the high school equivalent of Rotary, is what Interact is. So she's got some lofty goals. She wants to get into radiology and business. And if radiology doesn't work out, she's going to major in biology and attend graduate school. She's looking at Arizona State, NAU, Grand Canyon, or Dixie State up in Utah,
All right.
St. George. So seems like she's got her head on her shoulders.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Good luck to her.
The Bucks and the Suns play tonight in Game 2, so we will have an update for you tomorrow, unless, of course, the Suns win again, in which case I won't be here.
Okay.
I'll be here.
All right.
All right, should we go to Today in History?
Sure.
Here's one for you. July 8th, 1947, a New Mexico newspaper, the Roswell Daily Record, quoted officials at Roswell Army Airfield as saying that they had recovered a flying saucer that crashed onto a ranch. Officials then said it was actually a weather balloon.
Huh. Wasn't a UFO, huh?
No, it was a weather balloon.
Come on.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Officials wouldn't lie to you, Jeff.
I want to see
Okay.
it.
This is
I
our
believe things with my own eyes.
This is the government, and it was the military. You know, I was part of the military. The military
Okay.
commanders don't lie.
All right. I got you.
And John, as a former member of the military,
Mhm.
if you had a commanding officer who didn't know the difference between a UFO and a weather balloon, wouldn't that trouble you just a bit?
It would trouble me, but I'm not there to ask why. I'm there to do or die.
Ah, good
So,
answer, John.
That's what my story will be.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I believe him either, but anyways.
All right, let's go to weather. I think we already kind of covered weather, but weather's brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. It's going to be hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
It's going to be hot forever.
It's always hot here. What's
Just
new?
forever. 119 today, according to this. Winds 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts to around 30. So we're back in the hair dryer stage right now.
Yeah, but look how much it goes up tomorrow.
Yeah, well, 4 degrees, which
Yeah, that's
once
a lot.
it crosses that 120 spot. So sunny and 123 tomorrow, 122 on Saturday, 122 on Sunday, 122 on Monday. Yeah, so if you are planning on going out on the water, remember, hydrate. One of the things they said in the story is even if you don't feel thirsty, just keep hydrating because you never know. And probably brush up on your the symptoms associated with heat exhaustion, heat stroke, heat illness, all those, so that you know if you're out there with somebody and they suddenly stop sweating, you know what to do. Because
I was going to say, just pile on the sunblock, too.
yes,
that'll help a little
sunblock.
bit.
Don't forget, alcohol makes things worse. It dehydrates you. So if you're going to be having adult beverages, alternate adult beverage, water. Adult beverage, water.
David says, I'll be in Maui.
Oh,
Now, rub it in, David.
block David.
Yeah, block him.
Cut him off. Well, you enjoy Maui. Cindy Frizzell was 120 at 6:30 last night. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. It's dangerous. So dangerous heat. So keep an eye out for people that have compromised health already. Our elderly, our children, the homeless. Just look out for one another.
Yeah, that's right. I helped you out on that
Thank you, because I was
No
trying
problem.
to go to each other, and that just didn't fit.
one. Just
So
tongue twisters. It's okay.
it is.
All right.
It's Thursday.
It happens.
Don't forget, we still have our contest going on. Today's the last day. I'm a fan of the Daily Dose. Like it and share it. And we will have our drawing tomorrow morning for a $20 gift certificate or card or whatever, gift card.
Gift card, yeah.
From ProFit Kitchen.
Yes.
Right up the street here. So
Get
good
yourself
stuff.
a good meal up there.
1 water, 2 beers. Marley, You're not helping, Marley.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Remember, this is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide open MRI and offer digital x-rays. If your reports are ready in 24 hours, call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. At 4 o'clock today, we have Ed Catalfamo on. He is the general manager down at the Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse. He is also the head of the Barracudas swim team, head coach of the Mojave High School swim team. So we're going to try and gather a bunch of things for him. So we're going to put him on the spot. 4 o'clock today on Facebook. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everyone.